Have you ever noticed how hard it is to forget someone no matter how hard you try? You tell yourself it's time to move on, but your mind keeps bringing them back up. It's like there's a loop running in the background, replaying every word, every glance, every moment you shared. And no matter how many distractions you throw at it, your mind just won't let go. This is something that happens to everyone, but it's also where the power of Stoicism can truly change the game. When your mind clings to someone, it's because you're attaching your peace to something outside of you. You're giving your emotional energy to someone who isn't even aware of it. The Stoic philosophers, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, remind us time and again that we can't control the thoughts and actions of others, but we do have control over how we respond to them. In moments like this, when your thoughts refuse to leave someone's memory behind, you've got a choice. Let your mind be a slave to them, or take back your inner peace and train your mind to let go. You can't force the thoughts to vanish, but you can choose to not let them dominate your world. Your peace doesn't depend on anyone else's actions, and that's the cornerstone of mindful stoicism. Every time your mind brings them up, it's an opportunity to practice self-discipline. It's an opportunity to step back and remind yourself you control your reaction, you control your focus. So, when her memory lingers in your mind, instead of fighting it, embrace the chance to strengthen your mental freedom. The next time those thoughts pop up, take a breath and remember, this is your life. Your peace is yours to own. It's easy to think that we can only move on when the other person does something, apologizes, calls, or shows they care. But here's the harsh reality. Waiting for them to change or act is a trap. Stoicism teaches us that we can't control the actions of others, only our response to them. So why let someone else's behavior dictate your emotional state? When your mind keeps bringing them back up, it's like a reflection of where your power is. Are you giving it to them, or are you taking it back? The key to breaking free from this cycle is understanding that the emotions tied to someone aren't as permanent as they feel. Yes, those feelings may be real and intense, but they're also fleeting. They won't last forever unless you allow them to. Stoics believe in the impermanence of everything. Your emotions, like your thoughts, are temporary. That's a truth you can always come back to when the mind starts to replay old memories. Instead of trying to force yourself to forget, try shifting your focus. Instead of resisting the thoughts, acknowledge them and then move your attention to something you can control in the present. Whether it's work, a hobby, or just a simple act of kindness to yourself, use that energy to bring your focus back into your own life. Remember, you're not defined by your past, and your worth doesn't depend on anyone else's actions. By doing this, you'll start to realize that the mind's grip on your thoughts can weaken over time, and slowly you'll stop feeling like you're at the mercy of those memories. You'll find peace in the present, which is the only moment you truly control. It's not about forgetting, though. It's about shifting your relationship with those memories and how much power they hold over you. Stoicism isn't about erasing your feelings. It's about learning to not let them dictate your reality. When your mind circles back to someone, it's often because there's unfinished business or a sense of longing. But here's the thing, the only thing unfinished in this story is the chapter you're still choosing to reread. You have the pen now. It's your choice how the story unfolds. The Stoic practice of mindfulness encourages you to detach from the emotional pull of these thoughts. The goal isn't to suppress the feelings or pretend they don't exist. It's to stop allowing them to run your life. Every time you feel that pull, every time the thought of her sneaks back into your mind, see it for what it is, a temporary blip. That's all it is. It's your mind trying to hold on to the past, even though the present is where your true power lies. The key is realizing that your emotional freedom is in your hands. When you shift your perspective and recognize that you are not at the mercy of your past, you begin to regain control. The more you practice letting go, the more you'll realize just how much space you have for new experiences, new connections, and most importantly, for peace. So the next time your mind brings her up, don't see it as a sign that you're still stuck. See it as a reminder you've got the power to choose. You can choose to let the past go and focus on what you can create right now. And in that choice, you'll find freedom. Freedom from the past, freedom from the weight of others, and freedom to shape your own emotional landscape. It's all yours. It might feel difficult at first. After all, breaking patterns, especially the ones built over time, takes patience and practice. But here's where Stoicism really shines. It reminds us that the path to freedom isn't about forcing things to happen, but about cultivating a mindset that allows us to embrace life as it is. When your mind drags you back to someone, it's not the end of the world. It's a chance to practice the art of letting go. And with every practice, it gets easier. One of the key ideas in Stoicism is the acceptance of things beyond our control, while fully committing to mastering our own reactions. When your mind won't let go of her, recognize that the thoughts themselves are just that, thoughts. They are not you. They don't define who you are, nor do they have to govern how you feel in this moment. Remember that you're in control of your mind, not the other way around. The more you remind yourself of this truth, the less those thoughts will take root and flourish. And here's the beautiful part. The more you practice this kind of mindful stoicism, the less you'll find yourself clinging to anything at all. You'll learn to let go of the need for closure, the desire for someone else to validate your emotions, and the belief that your happiness is tied to someone else's presence. You'll begin to see your life as your own creation, not something dependent on the past. So when your mind keeps looping back to her instead of fighting it, lean into the practice. Welcome the opportunity to be free. This is your chance to build resilience, to show yourself that your peace is not for sale to anyone, not even to your own thoughts. You'll find that in time, the more you practice this, the less those memories will weigh on you until one day you'll realize you've completely reclaimed your peace. And the best part? You never needed anyone else's approval to do it. In the end, it's not about forgetting, it's about reclaiming your peace and your power. Every time your mind tries to hold on to the past, remember, it is just a momentary thought, not a reflection of who you are or where you're going. You don't need anyone else's actions to define your happiness. Through Stoicism, you learn that true freedom comes from within, from the choice to not let external circumstances or past memories control your present. As you move forward, take those moments when your mind lingers on her as an opportunity to practice. Use it as a reminder that you're stronger than the thoughts that try to drag you down. With each mindful step, you'll create space for a life that's truly yours, where your peace isn't in the hands of others, but firmly in your own. So the next time your mind tries to pull you back, let it be a moment of freedom, not frustration. Let go of the weight and find the strength to move forward, knowing that your happiness, your peace, and your future are all yours to shape. And in that, you'll discover that you've had the power all along.